friend. Today I want to narrate to you a story about my best friend. She had lots of bitterness, hurt in her heart, but at the end, she had no choice but to forgive. It was only because of God. I had divorced my husband 18 years ago because of 9 years of physical abuse. While I was not ended up in the hospital ever because of the abuse, it did cause me to lose my self-esteem. I had constantly been depressed. I divorced him after 9 years of marriage. I was almost losing my life. I had 2 children to raise, and I could not afford to let them see any more abuse than they had already seen. So for their sake, I left. Even after the divorce, I shook in the presence of my ex-husband, or even if I saw him from a distance. For 6 years after the divorce, I was still very bitter towards him. There was constant arguing, fighting over custody of the kids. My mother-in-law was very interfering and only made things worse. But God is a God of sudden. And both our lives changed for better suddenly one day in 1991. I had asked my ex-husband to lend me his car. He said I could, but I thought, was I mad about this? And he agreed to give me his car to use. I don't know why that day I was that way, and I had lots of difference in my heart than any other day. I asked myself, why could I ask him to help me? But when he said yes, all the bitterness, hurt, fear, and all the angry feelings were gone. It was as if he never did anything to me. That is how I know it was true forgiveness. From that day on 1991, we had been friends. I had no negative feelings whatsoever towards him. To this day, 12 years later, we are still good friends. I know that when I forgave him, it was God. Even though I remember a lot of the abuse, it does not stir up the old feelings. There is no pain, fear, hurt, or anything like that. Up to the point, I was too angry and hurt to forgive him. I didn't want to, and I don't think I could ever forgive him for what he did to me. I had never experienced before or since 1991 forgiveness in that way. It has set both of us free. I'm so grateful that by the grace of God, I made the choice to forgive. Had I held on all the garbage from the marriage, I don't think if my children would be as happy as they are today. I'm sure I would have been physically ill. My health was getting worse just before I left. Forgiveness, true and total forgiveness, brings freedom to both parties. God is awesome. Make a choice to forgive the ones who hurt you. Not just mental choice. I chose to forgive so and so, and then holding on the heart, but make a choice from your heart. A choice of completely wipe the slate clean, unconditionally. And yes, even if they can't forgive you, and even if they can't receive your forgiveness, please remember, you will always have memories. But having a memory of something is not the same as remembering for the sake of using it against a person. That is nothing but pure spite. You know you have truly forgiven someone when you can converse about them, when you can be in their presence, and you don't experience the negative feelings of the past. When you can see them face to face without any negative, fearful, or painful feelings. Forgiveness is awesome. God bless you, my friend.